So, how do you go viral on LinkedIn? I feel like that's such an interesting topic or a way to frame showing up on LinkedIn. There's a lot of people that have this goal of going viral on LinkedIn, thinking that is the key to their business success, in the sense that if they go viral with a post, it's going to change their life. It's going to change their business. It's going to change their money. And what happens is a lot of people end up falling into some of the social engagement traps on LinkedIn, namely engagement pods, where you will see a contingency of people, whether they be from random industries and professions that are just huddled into a group, 50 to 100 people, sometimes paid, sometimes free, where everyone decides to post on particular days and times, and everyone likes and comments on each other's posts. So every post has a chance of going viral to try to quote unquote beat the LinkedIn algorithm. There are other engagement pods where you have the same type of people, i.e., all the same type of coaches or consultants or service professionals that, again, are competitors of one another, but will comment and like and share on every single piece of content, quote unquote, hoping that it goes viral. And what I'm going to break down today is the truth behind going viral on LinkedIn. And I'm also going to share with you guys my most viral post that I've ever had on LinkedIn. And you will be shocked at what it was, what the message was, and what the result was. Now, before we dive into that, Nancy and I talked about this before, but we've now opened pre-enrollment for our year-long group coaching mastermind called Expert Authority. So this is a very intimate 10 to 15 person group coaching mastermind that is a hybrid of pre-recorded portal trainings that people can access at any time, group coaching 3 times a week with myself and Nancy, 2 training calls, and 1 Q&A strategy lab session where people can ask us questions, and one-to-one coaching with myself and Nancy, where each person in the group mastermind will meet with us once a quarter for goal strategy sessions to help them accomplish all the goals that they have. Now, people can unlock bonus time with us if they accomplish their goals prior to the 90 days of their next quarterly session. They can get bonus one-to-one time with us. So it's a hybrid one-to-one, group, and portal training. We also have bonus calls each week. We have a Monday mindset call. And this is for, again, coaches, consultants, and service professionals that are looking to grow, scale, and organize their business so you can increase your profits without having to have a huge team. We call it the Feel Good Business Model methodology. And we have a huge focus on LinkedIn, obviously, which is the main driver of how people succeed in our program. So the program officially opens up at the end of January, but we also slide and set aside 5 pre-enrollment specials that come with a huge discount that are open between now and January 5th before we go into regular promotion for the mastermind. We already have 3 of the 5 spots taken, which is amazing. So if you would like to book a call with us to talk about your business, learn more about the program, to take advantage of the huge discount that's going on right now and lock in one of those spots, all you have to do, if you're watching on social, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn, just type the word me in the comments and I'll send you my calendar link so you can book a time. If you're listening on the podcast, super easy. The description of the episode has the calendar link right there. Find a time, let's talk, and we can help you grow, scale, and soar your business in 2026 together. So the truth behind going viral on LinkedIn. So the honest to God truth is actually this. The reality of someone going viral multiple times the likelihood of that is highly, highly unlikely. It's very unlikely that someone is going to go viral more than once. Yes, you may have a couple posts that do pretty well, but what I have found is that everyone is chasing this virality to quote unquote beat the LinkedIn algorithm, so to speak, right? So like I mentioned early on, they will join engagement pods and they will do all this stuff. I am here to tell you that the natural engagement rate is somewhere between 1 to 3%. So if you're connected to someone on LinkedIn, you're following someone on LinkedIn, and every single one of their posts gets similar or some sort of high engagement. Now, the definition of high engagement to me is, I would say, over 50, 40 to 50 likes, 60 comments, right? And if you see someone that is doing this, that they have the same amount or high engagement on every post, they're up to something. Because I want you guys to think about this. The reality and the possibility of that many people seeing your content at the same time every day that you post is extremely unlikely. I've used this example before. Gary Vaynerchuk, who has, I think, close to 4 million followers, 1% of 4 million, right? So 10% of 4 million is 400,000. 1% of 4 million is 40,000. So 1% of his network would mean he would be getting about 40,000 engagements per post, as an example. And I've looked at his content, and sometimes he gets a couple hundred, couple thousand. But if you compare that to how many followers he has, that is a good ratio, meaning that's real. Now, let's use myself for an example, because I always like to give context and to show you that there is fluctuation in everything that we do on social media, specifically LinkedIn, right? So just to kind of give you an idea, I did a poll earlier. It's got 101 impressions, only 4 votes, 4 engagements. I did a image text post on Tuesday, 449 impressions, 18 engagements, 8 comments. Did a LinkedIn Live on Monday, 317 impressions, 2 comments, 6 engagements. My newsletter in the prior week, 1,100 impressions, 16 comments, 14 engagements. My LinkedIn Live prior to that, 7 engagements, 5 comments, 379 impressions. My poll question before that, 36 votes, 7 engagements, 6 comments, 759 impressions. My image text post from the week prior, 13 engagements, 14 comments, 288 impressions. You get the point. It's different. Every single post has some sort of different engagement and impression metric. That's normal. And it's different people commenting all the time. If you see someone and their post, it's the same 50 to 60 people commenting every single time, you know something is up. So don't get down on yourselves. Is where I would say you should be concerned, right? So when should you be concerned? If you're not having any engagement. So a friend of mine on LinkedIn, we had a great offline chat the other day, and he was asking about how I work with people, and he was asking me about someone that he had spoken to and their program, and what they go over and how they do things on LinkedIn. So he wanted my honest feedback. So I took a look at the person's profile. They have close to 19,000 followers on LinkedIn. And I looked at their content and no one's engaging. I mean, nothing. Like, no likes, no comments. So then I filtered by comments, and only 2 posts in the last 2 months have gotten a comment. Now, that is not good. If you're going to consider yourself an expert in the space that you're in, you're going to consider yourself a LinkedIn coach or a LinkedIn strategist, and you're having no one from your network engage, then something is off. And the person also didn't have any recommendations on their LinkedIn profile. And I've told many times people before, I have close to 530 written recommendations on my LinkedIn profile. So be mindful of that, right? Do your research. So if you're not getting any engagement, then you have to take a look at A, is your content good? And B, if your content's good, do you have the right people in your network? Are you catering your content to the right audience? And you may not be. So this brings me to what my most viral post was. Now, interestingly enough, this post that went viral for me was about 7 years ago. And since there was many different facets to LinkedIn at this point, LinkedIn newsletters were not even on the horizon. They just came out about 3.5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. All you could do was write LinkedIn articles. And I've been teaching and following and strategizing the same system, right? I did an article every single week on LinkedIn. Some did well, some did not. And this one in particular blew up, and I have no idea why. No idea why, because the way that I used to write my articles, nowhere even close to how I write my newsletters today in the context, right? Because LinkedIn hadn't gotten there yet. So I remember, when I posted this article, I kept getting all these notifications. I'm like, Nance, something's up with this newsletter, this article. It's blowing up. And I mean, likes and comments and reshares and impressions. And by the end, I had over 1 million impressions, which unfortunately I can't see anymore, but I remember. I had over 1 million impressions and 13,846 engagements, so likes and loves, and 380 comments. And it was also reshared about 70 times. And it really wasn't anything special. It was actually a Pele quote. That was the banner that I included with it. And it said, "Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing." Pele. And the title of this article was "Always Focus on You and Your Worth." And I went on to write, this was from September 14th, 2018, right? So this is just about 7 years ago, a little over. All I wrote was, each day there will be people that will challenge you, try to make you feel bad, and try to push you into a corner to defend yourself. What I have learned is that we need to take the power back, know our self-worth, and know our value so no one person could ever hurt us in any way ever again. Now, I don't know why that went so viral. Like I said, I don't try to figure out the LinkedIn algorithm. It's just how it works. But that's my best post ever in the 13 years that I've been posting on LinkedIn. I have no idea why, still to this day. But that post got over 1 million impressions, 13,000 engagements, and nearly 400 comments. One post. And I've had other posts that have gotten over 10, 20, 30,000 impressions and a couple hundred likes, but it's far and few between. Far and few between. And that's the way it should be. And that's how you know someone is producing really good content and they have a strong network. If every single post is going viral, then you're going about it wrong. You're probably in an engagement pod. So the truth behind going viral on LinkedIn, it will maybe happen once in your entire lifetime on LinkedIn. If it's happening more than that, that doesn't pass the smell test. So again, before I sign off today, anyone that is interested in our final 2 pre-sale VIP spots for our year-long Expert Authority Group Coaching Mastermind, just type the word me in the comments and I will send you my calendar link so you can book a time. If you're listening on the podcast, super easy. It has my calendar link right in the description so you can click on that, find a time, and let's chat. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's episode and today's training. Love and gratitude, and I'll talk to you next time.